Hello and welcome back. My name is Andreas Chat, your tech-curious web designer. In this video, we will add category text to our posts, create category pages, and link them up with a sidebar. Let's get started. Okay, let's start by adding the text to our post class. So let's go to the module.py file, in posts, models, and here we add a property, tags. So a post can have many tags and a tag can belong to many posts. So this is called a many-to-many relationship in Django. It is different to other fields in the database which store only one single value. A many-to-many field deals with many values connected to a property. For example, in our case, potentially multiple tags belong to a post. So let's add it here, models dot, and now the field is called many-to-many field. And here we add the table where the tags are stored. So we call this the tag table. Let's add here tag. I add here the tag in quotes because I will create the tag class underneath this post class. Without the quotes, that would give me an error otherwise. Let's create this table now. So we add a new class here. Class tag, again with models.model. And we add here a few properties. So one property is the name of the tag. This is a normal jar field, but I limit the numbers of characters to 20. And then we have also the slug field. So a slug is a string we use in the address bar. So it doesn't have any spaces and it's lowercase. And here we have also the string representation for our admin panel. So let's register this model now. Let's go to the admin.py file. We copy this line and change this to tag. Save. Next, let's make the migration to the server. So first shut down the server, Ctrl C. Then we have Python manage.py make migrations. Then Python manage.py migrate. I have a spelling mistake here, so again Python manage.py migrate, and then we start up the server again. So Python manage.py run server. Let's check it out in our admin panel. I open a new tab for that. So admin, and we have our tags table here. It's empty. Let's populate it with a few categories. So we have a landscape category, and the slug is lowercase, so landscape. We have people. Let's add animals. And a black and white category. So here, for example, a slug is very useful because the name has spaces and the @ sign in it. So for the slug we write black and white. Okay, and save. Now let's go to our post here. Let's go to our Whitechapel on the beach. And we can see here the tags are shown here. And here we can add text to the post. So for example, landscape, and you can also add more categories if you press the command button, for example, black and white. Okay, save this now. Let's also add a tag to our ICO post. Here we have people and black and white. Save. Here the form tells us the artist field and the URL field are required. So let's add just some lorem ipsum. lorem ipsum, this is tummy text, lorem ipsum.com. Now let's add the functionality to our post to show the tags. So let's go to our post.html file, we have it in templates, posts, and post.html. Here we show the tags, so we can get rid of one line. And now let's add a loop, so it loops through all the tags of the post. So we write in curly brackets and percentage sign for tag in tags, and we close the for loop. And for. Now we could create a tags object in our backend and send it to the front end, but we can actually access those tags already now because we have access to the post object. So we could write post.tags. This is a property of the post, but because we're dealing here with a many-to-many field, we have to add .all. So this .all will actually go now to the other table and retrieve all the tags belonging to this post. And now we also add the tag variable here. So this tag name is coming from here. And with this loop, each tag in this list of objects here will be displayed. So let's have a look now if that worked. So save. Let's go to our home page. Refresh. Great, as we see here, the post now has landscape and black and white as tags. And this post has people and black and white. Nice. So you might be wondering how this many-to-many relationship in the database works. Let me visualize it for you. So in our database we have a post table which has a tags property with a many-to-many field. And this is linking up with the tag table which has a name and a slug as a property. And Django creates now an intermediate table. This table in Django is called the through table. So it's linking up one post ID with one tag ID. So in that way, a lot of posts and a lot of tags can be connected to each other. Now we don't have direct access to this through table. This all happened within Django. However, we could add some properties to this through table, and I will show you how this is done later on. I hope this makes sense for now. Let's continue. Now let's add those tag fields also to our create post form. So when we create a new post, we would like to select tags here. So we have to add it to our form class. So our forms live in forms.py. So we add the tags to our fields array here. So comma, tags. Now I change the label. I want to label the tag selection category. And we also have to add a special widget for a multiple checkbox option. There we go. Here's the method, checkbox select multiple. So let's add this also now in our post edit form. So we can delete or add tags to the post if we like. So let's add it in the fields, tags. We have again the label, like that, and the widget, comma, there we go. Save this file, and let's do a test. So refresh this page, and as we see, the categories are now added to this page. Nice. So let's find a new image on Flickr. Let's go for an animal picture this time. I'm going with this fox. I copy the URL link. Add a caption. Let's add majestic. Then we select animals and submit post. Now here we have our beautiful fox and our caption. but our tag is missing. So the reason for this is that the tags need to be saved in a different table in contrast to the post. So we need to add an additional method for many-to-many relationship objects when we save the post. So let's go to our create post view. So in views.py, we have to add this line at the bottom after the post.save method. Form.save underscore m to m. So many to many. So this should work now. Let's go back to the home page. Let's click the edit link and add the animals tag again. Submit. And it shows up. Let's do another test. Let's create a new post. I take this one. Select the URL. Add a caption. Beautiful Taiwan. Add landscape, maybe also animals, and submit post. And there we have it. And the tags show up now. Let's get rid of animals because there really are not that many animals in this picture. So let's add it. Let's unclick this one here, submit. And there we go. The animals tag is gone. We also have black and white on this one. Let's edit this as well. There we go. And now all the tags fit to their image. Nice. Let's create category pages now. So when I click on the tag here, I want to go to a page where I get a list of all the posts with this category. So let's add a new view for that. In our views.py file, we have the home view. Let's add a category view now. So def category view takes in the request, but it also takes in the tag. So it will show only posts with this specific tag. Posts equals, we go to the post table, objects, and instead of all, we have to filter now. So we add a filter, and we filter by the tags. This is a property of the post object, but we filter it by the slug in the tag table. So we write underscore underscore slug equals tag. So we filter the posts by the tag the function receives, which we match with the slug in the tag table. So with the underscore underscore filter, we can search in tables with a many-to-many relationship. So simply put, a bit of Django magic right there. Now let's display this page. So we copy the return line from here and add it here because we're using the same template and the same post variable, but these posts are basically filtered now by the tag. Okay, save this file. Let's add our path now, urls.py. So we access this page by category /tag. We still have to add this tag value in our link, so it can be passed to this path here as a parameter. Here we access the function and we call it category. Save. Let's add now the link in our template. So post.html. We go to our tag link here. So href, our URL. This is the name of the path. And we're submitting also the tag.slug. Save and let's check it out. Refresh the page. If you click on landscape, we can see here we are in the category landscape and we have two posts which have the tag landscape. Nice. Let's improve now our home and category views in the backend, because they're basically doing the same thing. The only difference is the category view is using tags. So let's go to views.py. Now in programming we have this dry principle. Dry stands for don't repeat yourself, and it's trying not to repeat code. So here in our home and category view, we are repeating this line. So we're using the same template and also sending through the posts object. So let's try to combine now those two views. Let's merge our category view into our home view. So our home view needs an additional parameter for this, which is the tag, but our home view doesn't have a tag. So we can say tag equals none. So none is now the default value for the tag. Now in our function we can say if tag. So if there is a tag, we're using this line here with the filter, and then we add else. So if there is no tag or the tag is none, we add this line. So we basically included here a condition which checks if there is or isn't a tag. Okay, we can get rid of the category view now. We have to update our path because we are still using the category view there. URLs, and we're using here now the home view. Let's move this line under the home view here and save. Let's double check if this still works. So let's go to our home page and let's click on the animals tag here. And yes, we went to the animals category page and we only have one post with this tag. Great. Now let's make them work also with our category links in the sidebar. Let's go to our sidebar file. It lives in includes sidebar.html. So here in the sidebar, let's list out all the tags we have in our database. So we again create a for loop for this. So we need just one li element here. We can get rid of all those. Okay. Now let's add our loop. For category in categories. This is data we have to send to the template still. We have not created this object yet. We will do it in the next step. And let's close the for loop. And for. Now we have here the category name. So double curly brackets, category dot name. And we also have to add the link. So curly brackets, percentage sign, URL. The name of the path is category. And we have to send through the slug. So category.slug. Save. So let's create this categories object now. Let's go back to our views.py file. And let's add categories equals, we go to our tag table. So tag objects.all. So this is collecting all the objects in this tag table. Let's create a context variable. Context. We add the posts, comma, and the categories. And we add the context here. Save. So back to the home page. So we are receiving here all the tags from the database. That's correct. But every link has the highlight class. So let's change that. So in our sidebar, we want to add a condition here. Only show the highlight class on a category page with the matching tag. So we can write a conditional here. So we can say in curly brackets %. So if category dot slug equals tag dot slug, and this tag we still have to receive from the backend. The backend knows the tag of the current page, so we'll add this in a second. So if the slug of this category link is the same slug of the tag, which is the tag of the page, we show the highlight class. And here we add and if. Now let's send these tag objects to the front end. In our views, we have to get the tag object. So let's write tag equals get object of 44. Again, if the tag doesn't exist, we show a 44 page. We access the tag table here, and we're saying the tag here received by the function is our slug in the database. So once we have the tag object, we can add it to the context here. Tag colon tag, save, and let's check it out. Refresh. So here we are on our home page. No categories are selected. If you click on landscape, we are now in our landscape category page, and this link is highlighted. People, animals, black and white. It all works now. You might have noticed that the icons are the same on every category right now. That's because we have not added images to our database yet. I will show you how this is done in the next video. Now let's test a new category. Let's go to our backend. Tags. Let's add urban. Save. Let's create a new post. Let's select this one. Add a caption. Marvelous. We add it to landscape and our newly created category urban. Submit post. Nice, there we have it. Now let's say I don't want the urban category in the last position, I would like to have the black and white as last. We could add an order number property to our tag class. Let's go to our models.py, and in our tag model we add order equals models. And now we define it as an integer field. So an integer is just a number, and we also add null is true, so we don't get any errors in the database. We also add the meta class for the ordering. So class meta, and here we say ordering equals to the order. So in this way the tags will be ordered by the order number. Save. Let's migrate now to the database. So first we shut down the server, Ctrl+C, then Python manage.py make migrations, Python manage.py migrate, and Python manage.py run server. So you always have to make migrations and migrate to the database when you add a new property to the model class. So let's add now order numbers to our tags in the database. So I want landscape as number 1. So in here, order number 1. Then animals. 2. Then people. 3. Then urban. 4. And then black and white. 5. So we can see here already the correct order. Let's go back to the website. refresh, and we can see some of the categories change their position now. Great. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. In the next video I will show you how to add images to the website and how to upload files to the database. I will see you there.